Today was such an exciting day. We got to spend the day at Good Day LA here at Fox 11 News with Alexia and Sandra talking about Listen to the Kids, how important it is for us to guide the next generation and empower their voices.
Dr. Zavina Basine is a child psychiatrist whose credentials are really impressive, but you know what adds more weight to her resume is the fact that she's also a mom. And when it comes to helping our kids, she says one of the most important things you can do is listen to them. How about that?
That's a good thing for starters. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here, being our +1 today.
Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it.
Should we call you Dr. Z, or what do you prefer?
So Dr. Z would be what the kids call me.
All right, well, first of all, explain why it's important to listen. It sounds pretty basic, right? But kids can express a lot, and parents can be just overwhelmed with all the things also. So kind of take us through what we should be doing.
So Listen to the Kids is going against the societal norm, right? Because we're constantly telling our kids what to do, or like they say, we're dictating to them what to do. But Listen to the Kids come from, how do we open that communication gap, right? And it starts as young as 5 years old. And then it grows till they're 17 years old. Because one of the growths is when they're adults, our expectation is that they should be listening to another person. So why doesn't it start so early? And then their wisdom and their purity is so pure that we're giving them that expectation so they can become future leaders. But even more than that, we're giving them a future with what they want, not what we want.
How old are your kids?
Mine is 7. She's going to be 8 soon. And then I have another one who's 6 who'll be 7 soon.
Okay, all right. And when did this become like a priority for you to actually focus in on this?
So the story starts from my own story, right? I grew up here, I'm South Asian, and I constantly felt like when I was growing up, my parents weren't listening to what I needed. But it also came from the fact that I had a learning disability. And if they heard that, they would have known that there was something there that I needed. But it's not just about learning disabilities. It's now where my kids are constantly telling me, or the students that I work in the high schools. There is more and more of a affection towards the fact that children keep telling us, you're not hearing us, and you want a future for us that you're not listening to us about.
So we need to open those doors of communication, and you say it starts with going through the 4 C's.
Well, the 4 C's are the most important when we're sitting together. This is not just a parenting thing. This is with teachers and mentors and everyone who's looking to guide the next generation. So the 4 C's are communication, compassion, communication, compassion, confidence, and then collaboration. And the reason for that is each one of those takes the step to open the door for an ongoing conversation with our next generation.
And what about the 3 E's you say?
So the 3 E's work because they're empowering the youth voice. That's the first most important one. And then education. Because with education, we're going to give our children a space so they can also listen to other people. And the last one is their emotional wellness. Because social emotional wellness is something that they can actually not only talk about their own feelings, but respect somebody else's feelings.
Why do you think it's hard for most parents to listen to their kids? Is it just because we've grown, you know, generationally speaking, we've grown up being told what to do by our parents, and it's almost like a battle of, no, you know, you're going to listen to me, you know, you can't tell me what to do. Is it that? Like, why can't we overcome that
So that
idea?
is definitely one of them, for sure. One is that idea of letting go of the societal norm, because that's what we're told to do. The change also what happens is they have more information that we're trying to fight against, whether it's social media.
That's true.
Right? Whether it's social media, or it's their peers, or it's all of those effects that they're seeing. And if we're not going to know what they're talking about or listening to or communicating with other kids, it's because we're not listening to them. And we want to open those doors so we have an opportunity to empower their voice, but also guide them. Not keep telling them, we're raising you, we're doing this for you. Let's guide their generational values and see how they can do. And that's really where it starts from.
You know, we talk a lot about parenting and what we should be doing as parents to help nurture our kids. How well are you at doing that, actually? Because you're a professional. But with your own kids, do you actually practice what you preach?
I do, because my kids actually say it to me. They say, Mom, we're mimicking you. You're on your phone. Mom, you're not listening to us. So they do. And actually, that is what it is. But I also am not a parenting expert. I am a child expert. I don't like to call myself that. Because we all have different children. Teachers guide children in a different way. Coaches guide children in a different way. Everyone has to understand the child's emotions, their physiological, their psychological. So I'm a child expert. I do not want to be a parenting expert because I am still learning
It's
to
tough.
be a parent.
You know what? I like that you say that. That's very important that you bring that up.